So brand statements are probably the most impactful, useful tool we have today, while being the most misunderstood and misused tool at the exact same time. In fact, most people equate a personal brand statement with your why. And when you talk about your why, you're talking about your passion, what gets you out of bed in the morning. For me, it's my wife and my kids. Trying to prove to them what work ethic should look like and being able to provide for them at the same time with more resources than I ever had as a kid growing up. That's my why. But I can't use that in everyday situations. I can't walk into a business owner's office and start talking about my wife and my kids. In that case, I'm hoping that that business owner cares about their wife and their kids and that our whys are aligned. And that's where we misunderstand brand statements. Brand statements have nothing to do with us and everything to do with our audience. So this is where we have to do a little bit of putting ourselves into the other person's shoes and think about what would they care to hear about. It's why when I see a commercial that talks about wife and kids and taking care of your family, I listen because that's something I'm concerned about. But those people who created those commercials were looking for me. They had a target audience in mind. The brand statement takes your target audience and starts with why we do what we do and ends with how and what we do. And the challenge with starting with why is we're not wired to begin with why. If someone approaches me on the street and says, I see you're wearing an Aflac shirt, what do you do? My first inclination is to respond with, I provide, or I offer, or I help with, and I'm going into what I do. Well, just like we talked about earlier with those walls people have up, sometimes those words, I help, I provide, I do, trigger, okay, maybe this is a sales pitch, or maybe this guy is going to cost a certain amount of money if I utilize his resources. So a brand statement starts with why, which is just basically a blanket statement that they can't argue with. If I'm meeting with a business owner who's challenged, and we know right now that competition's higher than ever before and businesses are competing. And if I walk through the door and I say, listen, today, the competitive landscape is more challenging than ever before, and businesses are doing everything possible just to make a little bit of profit to remain in business in 2018. If I get them nodding their head, they're agreeing with me. I'm breaking down walls. Now I can tell them what I do to help them out, which is what a brand statement is all about, getting somebody to agree with you. And the first challenge there is just understanding what's going on in the marketplace, because I can't begin to tell a business owner what the challenges are if I don't know what those challenges are.